It is so dark in that bar. So, yay, I was right. There's my big HDMI cord. Yeah, you know, a lot of times when my memory fails me and I can't remember like what I did with shit, a lot of times just kind of thinking to myself, well, what would I do? what would be the logic that I would normally follow in that situation? And a lot of times that works for me. So yeah, cord was exactly where I thought it would be. So yay me for being a creature of logic. Oh God, it sure got hot in here quick. Holy crap. And I was not in that bar a long time at all. 12:43 p.m. right now. Still Sunday, October 2nd. Oh yeah, I'm oversharing big time today. That'll help me get caught up on posting these. At this point, I think what's mostly going to help me get caught up on posting it was just going back to my old-fashioned way of doing it. Just every video by itself with a 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 suffix on the number. Suffix on the number to indicate sequencing, and at least until I can get this iPhone logged into Google and wrap my head around what the hell iMovie is doing with making its exported files so big and not making use of all of the available space that I have for saving its exported files on my phone. And I tell you, if there's anybody watching this that understands that, is a little more familiar with iOS and iMovie and the issues that I'm having there, I would appreciate some enlightenment in the comments section, because my first shot at trying to Google the problem gave me more questions than answers. I think that's the guy right there in front of me. I think that's the handicapped guy I saw earlier in the wheelchair trying to get up 27th Avenue. So I'm gonna give another shot down the track. See if I can find me some lizards working on Oh, that's definitely a bum waiting at that bus stop. Saw the telltale shopping cart full of garbage and half a bicycle. Yeah, I could tell in that last Homeless in Phoenix video that I watched, which was about 2 weeks old. That guy definitely waiting for the bus. I can just tell by his stance, the fact that he doesn't have bags with him and garbage with him or a shopping cart with him, and he's got that look. He's looking up the street like, it's that look of where the fuck is my bus? I know that look. I saw that look on that guy looking north on 44th Street. Those guys there, definitely pedestrians walking with children. People are still waiting at that bus shelter that were there when I passed earlier. Hard to say on them. They do got some big backpacks with them, but they do look like they're actively waiting for the bus. They don't seem to be staring into space like the people that are just using the bus stops as their own homeless shelter. Man, I am really thirsty, but I have already used my... I don't understand why that guy is just sitting right there, but thank you for letting me slide in front of you. I never really understand it when I see people stopped at traffic lights with such a huge gap between the vehicle in front of them. And he's still sitting, 4 car lengths behind me. Just stopped. Can't explain that. I saw a video where a guy basically... It's one of those YouTube channels where he compiles videos of bad drivers. And he had a really catchy name for that gap. Those people look like they're legitimately waiting for the bus at that stop too. He had a really catchy name for that gap. People sitting way back at the light, stopping at the light. And I wish I could remember what it was, but it had a social media network in its name. I think it had something about Instagram in the name. Right, there's that complex going in on the left. Looks like they're making real slow progress on that. Hobo something. Affordable housing that really isn't going to provide much in the way of affordable housing. Another vacant lot on the left. I don't recall that being a vacant lot not that long ago. Behind the bus stop. People sitting at the bus stop's kind of a hard call. Can't really tell if they're loitering or if they're waiting for the bus. Kind of hard to make a judgment on those people. So I'm gonna keep driving. Kind of disappointed not seeing any lizards out today at all. Kind of disappointed with the crowd that I saw when I went to Moloch's too. I didn't even get me a drink or even talk to the bartenders. I just got my cord, plugged in my iPhone, let it charge up a little bit, and talked to my friend Mario. Always good to see Mario and let him know for sure that the sound was good to go for the football game. And then I got the hell out. Yeah, NFL Sunday Ticket is definitely underway. The place was absolutely packed with football fans. And if there's one thing I'm not fond of being around, it's loud football fans in a bar shouting at TV screens. There's people yelling and shouting at TV screens just gives me mad amounts of anxiety. All right, we have a jaywalker right here with his backpack. I would say that guy's definitely homeless. Made it all the way down to Indian School without any lizards. It's very rare to see lizards south of Indian School, so I'm guessing it's sleepy time for the lizards. So I guess there's no female companionship for hire today. Not that I was looking to hire that, but I go for some female companionship today. I think Mario was the only person I talked to at the bar this time. I did see Junior, the bassist for New Destiny, and I did talk to him last week about my missing extension cords, but he kind of seemed like he was in his zone watching the football game, so it just seemed like a bad time to ask him what was up with those. I mean, he had a chance to talk to the keyboard player. I mean, I feel bad putting him and CC into the middle of that, and of course I'm sure they probably don't want to be in the middle of that, but I don't really know the keyboard player. The only conversation I've ever had with the man was very, very negative. Very, very, like, in front of everybody as he's yelling at me on a microphone. And, yeah, just lately I never see him. I really do want my extension cords replaced. I mean, the one simple power cable, I'm not too concerned about that. I've got tons of those in my apartment, and even more in my storage. But my big, long orange extension cord and my long, flat, low-profile plug extension cord with the 3 outlets. I want that back. Damn. I was going to turn my camera to the left while I was sitting here at this red light, but I just had an oversized pickup truck pull up to the left of me. These Killing Machine style F-150s. It was way bigger than a pickup truck ought to be because it doesn't fit in a standard parking spot. But yeah, in the little space to the left between the flyover on Grand Avenue and the intersection here at Thomas and 47, there's quite the tent tarp structure made up. Somebody living in it. Yeah, another encampment starting to pop up there. Not the first time I've seen a homeless encampment pop up there. This might not be my best route to get myself back on I-10, being that the state fair is in session right now. I was actually thinking about going to the state fair last night while I was lying in bed super depressed. I did get onto azstatefair.com just to see what entertainment they had to offer, because it's not unusual for the Arizona State Fair to have some really big names for their concerts, especially on a Saturday night. I can't even tell you how many times Snoop Dogg has played the Arizona State Fair, and I've heard in interviews him saying that he just does it because he loves an excuse to come to Phoenix. He doesn't even do it when it's on tour. He just does it because he can. Snoop Dogg living in LA. I mean, I highly doubt he drives, but it's only about a 5-hour drive to LA. I would imagine he flies that, probably first class, and it's a quick flight, quick hop from LAX to PHX. So, although I wouldn't be surprised if Snoop drives. Spends the weekend here hanging with his Phoenix homies. Not that I've heard that Snoop's playing the fair this year, but it seems like there's been more years that Snoop has played the fair than there hasn't been in the last decade or so. But yeah, they're really good. It's been many years since I've gone to a State Fair concert, but other really worthwhile concerts that I've seen. Oh, let's share that with you. There's the giant Ferris wheel, and it's spinning. That's quite a sight to behold. Not as impressive in the daytime as it is at night when it's all lit up, but it's still pretty freaking cool. Ooh, my iPhone is warm. It might not make it home without overheating. Fair parking, cash or card. Well, everybody with a parking lot anywhere near the State Fair makes out like a bandit this month. Turning their lot into a State Fair parking lot. Even people that live in the houses in the neighborhood, just to the north, well, actually on all sides of the fair, come to think of it, I often see a lot of them turn their front yards into parking. This is about the time of the year where your summer lawn is, if you were maintaining a summer lawn, your summer lawn is going to shit. And, oh, what the hell is that ride? That looks cool. That's a new one. I don't know what the hell that is, but that looks fun. Next Saturday, next Friday or next Saturday, I might just go to the fair, just for the fuck of it. By myself. I can spend my time and my money how I want to spend my time and my money. And not be worried about keeping some woman entertained at my expense. I want to ride that ride. That looks cool as hell. And I love the big Ferris wheel. I do like riding the big Ferris wheel in the daytime, because at least then you can kind of see off, in the distance, Phoenix. It's when you're up there, it's quite a ways up. It's a lot higher up than the buildings in this area. Oh, it's really weird seeing everything clear to the right side of the road between here and the train tracks. There used to be some industrial buildings there. There used to be a warehouse that sold, had really good prices on furniture removed from hotels and also electronics removed from hotels. But yeah, the whole building is gone. Awfully curious where that business relocated to. Never did buy anything from them, but I did have a good time just walking through and looking at their showroom. I remember the last time I went there, they had a bunch of rather nice Sony DVD players for like $5 a pop, but by that point in time, I just had zero interest in Sony DVD players, and I wouldn't have been interested in buying anything but a Blu-ray player at that point in time. And at this point, I'm not even buying a Blu-ray player unless it's a really, really high-end one. I've got such a surplus of Blu-ray players right now, it's ridiculous. And two people that I owe Blu-ray players, and Priscilla asking me for one as well. I just don't really have them all gathered in one place and united with remotes, but that's something I do need to work on. Yeah, Priscilla needs to be making more time for my bedroom before I start providing her with home theater components for her new place, which I still haven't been to yet. Let's see, 12:59 p.m. So I got quite a bit of time before I go to work. I've pretty much thrown in the towel for sleeping. I slept a really long time. I wouldn't say I slept continuous, but I slept most of the time between, I would say, 1:45 a.m. Early Saturday morning, late Friday night. And I think I woke up this morning, I don't really know what time I woke up this morning. I want to say around 8 in the morning. Maybe 7 in the morning? I forget. I know after come third break tonight, tomorrow morning at Amazon, I am going to be absolutely physically exhausted. And on that note, I need to probably spend more time, hopefully spend more time, just doing low energy stuff like repairing boxes and throwing boxes. More time doing that, less time running a pallet jack. And all things considered, I prefer running a pallet jack, but I've just found that running a pallet jack is it's really physically draining. And when I'm as tired as I know I'm going to be tonight/tomorrow morning, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it through the night if I try to water spider the entire night. Although hopefully, well, no, I take that back. I was gonna say hopefully, the woman whose name I'm forgetting at the moment, who handles good driver certification, I was gonna say hopefully she'll be in, but yeah, she's never there on Sunday night. Usually she comes in on Monday night. So, no point even getting my hopes up that that's going to get sorted out tonight. At best, I'll be making progress on that on Monday night. Of course, I could just go into quiet quit mode and see how much I could just simply stand around and get paid for it. Since the presentation Thursday morning at Amazon made it clear that pay is exactly the same as working your ass off and trying to learn new skills. And that raises are only given out based on how long you've been there, regardless of how hard you work when you're there. And seeing how minuscule the raise is for becoming a low-level management, or a level 3, yeah, I don't really have my sights set on that. Since I know now that they're paid less than that temp agency is offering to pay me as a new hire to work in the Bath and Body Works warehouse. So, not like I'm giving up on Amazon, but yeah, my motivation to work as hard as I've been working is most definitely not there at this point. Toasty in this car, getting ready to watch my phone die from overheating at any moment. It is actually, it's not too warm to the touch. Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that rose gold metal back plate is yeah, it's pretty warm. Still not dead yet though. Lost count of how many times this summer I've been shooting video in the car on the iPhone 7 Plus, and it's just died from being too hot. But that's all right. Time I get home, the beverages that I purchased from Costco should be nice and icy, or at least comfortably cold. And I'll make myself another ham sandwich. Made myself a couple of ham sandwiches. Realized I didn't have any mayonnaise, but I used some of the Green Goddess dressing on it, and that was surprisingly good. Surprising that the Green Goddess dressing is still good, and surprisingly good how good Green Goddess dressing is on a ham and cheese sandwich. So, what I forgot to buy when I was at Fry's buying groceries was I wanted to get myself either some apple butter or some kind of jelly and some peanut butter that would go good with the artesian cinnamon bread that I still have half a loaf of. I mean, I could put ham and cheese on it, but that just doesn't sound like a good combination at all. Still super curious what the hell is being built just north of here along 40th Street. It's like a giant warehouse being put in. But yeah, I do think if I could get a, and that's something I really need to talk to Amazon about as well, is getting myself a transfer of that warehouse that we have over it. I never see it as available as a transfer option when I look in Amazon A to Z, but I have heard that sometimes actually just going and talking to especially when you're as liked as I generally am at GYR3, that sometimes actually talking to people, local HR people, can make a difference on a transfer like that versus just looking to see if it's available in the A to Z app. I mean, I do know GYR3 is back to doing mass hire once again, where we got the big group of fresh meat. I don't think it's happening every Wednesday, but it looks like it's happening every Sunday. I can't say I noticed it on Wednesday, but definitely every Sunday we got a giant group of new hires, and then the learning ambassadors rolling through the building, training them. And did I mention that now they have to wear some goofy belt that's supposed to detect if they're bending over or crouching wrong? Talk about wasting money that could have been spent on employee weight, employee raises. Let's add more fucking bullshit that nobody that works really wants. It does make it easy to tell who the new hires are. I mean, generally I go with unfamiliar faces, but I never know, when you see an unfamiliar face, if it's somebody that's a new hire, or if it's somebody that just recently transferred from a different warehouse, or if it's somebody that just transferred, is getting cross-trained from a different department. I keep hearing that they're trying to force a lot of cross-training, which I think is odd. Like, there's not even been any mention of that to me. Although I do believe, and this is what I've heard from a couple people, and it makes sense, is that the people that they're taking from inbound and cross-training in like UIS or decant are people that are perceived as being kind of slow workers or general slackers, just because UIS and decant are both areas where there's a computer tracking how much work you get done, whereas there's no actual tracking of how much work an individual line loader does. So, but it's generally known that when I'm a line loader, that I'm fast as fuck and I work my ass off. So yeah, there's been no attempt to move me to decant and try to track my work habits over there. And it just seems like whenever I'm not a pit driver, just the focus of all the management seems to be trying to get me back to being a pit driver, as management just gets frustrated with the policies are. Because every person I've discussed it with, like how I feel like my time is being wasted, and that the problem that I had is not due to me needing to be retrained, with the air quotes, but is rather due to me being out of practice and needing to spend more time on the pit, and how I'm just going to be that much more rusty when I get back on it after sitting and attending a class that is a waste of everybody's time involved. In fact, I think sarcastically, the next time I talk to the woman who handles that, I'm going to run by the concept of me being a learning ambassador by her, because I feel like I have really good rapport with her, and most of the people in the learning department for that matter. I'm going to run by her the idea of me being a learning ambassador, and also of me teaching the pit driving class, which is funny that I'm in there for mandatory retraining, and I would suggest that, but I'm bold enough. I'm oh god damn it, I just dropped my keys underneath my fucking seat. God damn it. I hate that this car has just enough space between the center console and a seat to lose my keys and lose my change, but not actually reach down there and fucking retrieve it. Oh man, it is hell trying to recover that shit when I lose it. Fucking A. Grr. On that note, I guess I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta do that. Or maybe I'll just talk at y'all while I'm digging under my goddamn seat. I wish there was a way to just flip the seat up to get the space underneath it. Of course, I got too much crap in the goddamn back seat. So I got the VCR back here having a contest. What the hell is this? Oh, cough drops. Just put those where I can get at them. Some Windex back here. Maybe I should clean my damn windows. There's car seat covers back here that I have to put on. What the hell is this? Oh! It's the bag of battery chargers that Tim gave me that I couldn't find. stuff from Regis Dental, just in case HR needs some more of that. Oh, can I reach my keys? Fuck no. Oh, there they are. Ouch. Sound me smacking the shit out of my shin. That hurt. It's time to get the hell out of this sweat box and get inside. Turn the AC down. Maybe take myself a nice cool shower. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna run the idea by her of me actually teaching that class, and then and then offer to teach myself the class by myself, just for the sheer ridiculousness of it. As we have a discussion about how she was there and she saw what happened and she just did an evaluation of me that passed with flying colors right before the incident, and how the policy that is being enforced on me in this instance is completely counterproductive.